So we've got a great session for you today. I'm joined with Alice and we are talking all about sensory play. So we have with us a range of items and activities that will stimulate the senses and help with a child's development.
We are going to be going through all 5 senses today. So these are touch, taste, sight, smell and hearing, exploring how they each contribute to emotional, social, physical, cognitive, which is also known as intellectual development, and language development.
All of these activities are affordable and accessible, and each one can be adapted or modified to suit the age and stage of the child. Touch. We are going to start off with touch and have a range of toys with different textures that will be beneficial for the child to explore. One popular sensory toy right now are these push poppers, and these not only enhance the sense of touch but they stimulate hearing due to the gentle popping sound that they create.
Yeah, one of the benefits of fidget toys is that they can help to relieve anxiety and stress. It brings the child's attention to the present moment. The motion of popping the bubbles will centre them and help them to focus in that specific moment, avoiding any other distractions. This contributes to emotional development, as children learn about their feelings and of anxiety and stress, and they probably learn how to refocus this in a different way. A lot of people find this particularly beneficial for children with sensory disorders, particularly autism.
These also contribute to physical development as well, with the prodding and the pressing of the bubbles. The child is improving their fine motor skills.
As Hayley mentioned before, these can be modified for children of different age groups. So for older children, around the age of 9 or above, you could use these as part of competitive games, such as a race to see who could pop the bubbles first and the quickest. This would be really great for enhancing cognitive thinking and problem solving.
Not only that, but this will allow children to learn about the winning and losing, the emotions surrounding that and how to interact with the other players in the game. Taste. Part of child development is exploring new sensations, and experiencing different foods is a big part of that. For this activity, we have combined food with crafts to introduce yogurt finger painting. This involves mixing food colouring with plain yogurt to make an edible paint. Both babies and older children can get involved in this by getting their hands into the mixture and exploring what they can create on the canvas.
This taste activity also incorporates the sense of touch, particularly with babies who will experience the cold and thick feeling of the yogurt and the sensation of it squelching onto the paper or the canvas. You can also use this as an opportunity to enhance language development. You could ask questions such as, is it cold? How does it feel? Oh, it feels really smooth. This can be explored further with toddlers, using the activity to expand their vocabulary. So you could mention different words to describe the texture, the look, and the smell of the paint.
And as the paint is edible, it makes for a great activity for babies up to around 18 months who are still in their oral stage and like to explore by putting things in their mouth. This is just a much safer alternative to using regular paints, and it has the added sensation of taste. Hearing. A great homemade activity for hearing is these DIY shaker bottles. These are so fun and easy to make, and all you need to do is fill up some empty bottles with materials of different textures and sizes, and these will cause different sounds. We have used some dry couscous in one bottle and some rocks in the other, but you can use whatever you have at home. It could be dry rice or sand. The fun of sensory play is experimenting and being creative.
Depending on the age of the child, you could conduct this activity differently. For babies, you'll make the bottle yourself. You'll let them explore the finished result, ensuring that you securely tighten the lid. This item can be used similarly to a rattle, allowing the baby to shake and move the bottle in different directions or at different speeds. This will allow them to explore the variety of sounds that the objects make. It also allows the child to use their fine motor skills when they squish and squeeze the bottle. They'll also use their gross motor skills to shake the bottle, with larger arm movements. Again, you can extend the benefits further with discussion about the sounds to initiate language development and extend their vocabulary.
You can approach this activity in a different way again for older children, involving them in the making of the shaker bottle, for maybe collecting natural objects from outdoors from different settings, such as shells from the beach or rocks from the woods, and you can fill the bottles with these and they'll make a great sounds.
This is a really fun craft activity for the child. It will engage their curiosity in relation to scientific concepts perhaps. You'll open up the opportunity to have these discussions about the range of sounds that objects make based on their size, shape and texture. Perhaps encourage involvement by asking what kinds of sounds the children expect them to make, as this will help with intellectual development.
Sight. A great activity for sight is playing with bubbles. So for this we have picked up this large bubble wand. Now you can usually get these from bargain shops, or you can find something similar that you may have at home, such as a bubble machine. You can even make your own bubble mixture with washing up liquid and water, and use any resources that you may have to make a wand, such as pipe cleaners or cookie cutters.
Bubbles are a really great way to engage children, no matter their age. You can blow bubbles in front of babies, and they will interact by tracking the bubbles with their eyes. They'll watch them fall and float to the floor. Depending on the age of the baby, they may try to reach out and actually pop the bubbles, providing an opportunity for them to enhance their hand-eye coordination. Toddlers or older children can practice their gross motor skills by running after the bubbles. They can jump up and down and try and pop them.
Once again, we can take this activity further by making room for language development, taking a time to talk to the child about the bubbles and discussing how they look, such as the reflection of the light on them and the colours that this creates.
Yeah. For extra involvement, you can even give the child the opportunity to hold the wand themselves. They can use this to practice their grip and experience blowing the bubbles. By blowing the bubbles, this will really encourage them to use their oral motor skills, which in turn will engage the muscles around their mouth and aid speech development.
Turn this activity into a chance for social development for older children by introducing group bubble play, where skills such as spatial awareness will be practiced and turn-taking could be explored. Smell. One activity that I've found to be really fun when stimulating a sense of smell are these DIY smell bottles. Again, these are so simple and easy to be creative with. All you need is some empty herb bottles that have the lids with these holes in, like we have here, and some cotton wool balls to put inside. And we can fragrance these with something to create a scent, such as lemon juice or herbs, and essential oils can also be great if you feel safe using them. It's important that the adults put these together, ensuring that the lids are secure, as essential oils should not come into direct contact with skin.
This can be a really good activity to allow children to explore different scents and different smells. A game you can play with older children is to guess the smell. You have cards with different descriptions on, or maybe pictures if children struggle to read. The child can then match them to the smell that they think it is. This game will really encourage critical thinking, problem solving, and also memory and recall, all of which will enhance intellectual development, also known as cognitive development, provoking the child to maybe recognise where they have smelt these before, or what they even remind them of. Therefore, initiating the discussion of smells and allowing children to really integrate that language use once again.
You can also encourage the child to think about the seasons and environments they associate them with. For example, cinnamon could be related to winter and autumn. It's best to get scents from different activities, such as floral, citrus, or sweet, to explore the thoughts or feelings that they may provoke.
Yeah.
We hope you found this video on sensory play helpful. As we mentioned before, don't be afraid to get creative when doing these activities. Find different ways to help the child explore and experiment in their own way, and you will soon be noticing the beneficial effects on their development. Thank you. Bye.